As a semi-professional footballer looking to go to the professional game, I wanted to see if there were any supplements that could help me in the gym and on the field to reach that potential and that next level. I've been to a sports dietitian and this is where I've landed. I take a protein powder and a creatine. They're both batch tested to make sure there's no banned substances in them. And I take these two pretty much every single day. So let's get into why I take each one. Let's start with protein. Protein is probably the most talked about supplement. It's been heavily tested and many athletes are using it. Its use for growth and repair of muscles is such a key contributor to helping us become better athletes, to recover faster from our training in the gym, on the field, and to help supplement the protein we already get from our nutrition. You've got people taking it at breakfast, in snacks, desserts they make. Some people even take it any chance they can throughout the day, multiple times a day. I like to supplement the nutrition I get from my meals, and I tend to use it at night to get that extra dose of protein just before I go to bed, and that reduces the time overnight that I'm not getting protein. So it reduces that time down, so I'm getting more opportunities for the protein I get. Now, some people talk about not being able to digest if you eat too close to bed. That hasn't affected me, and as I said, because it reduces that period, that's where I see the benefits. If I have had dinner a bit later, say you've come home from a night training, I might add it to a snack during the day or even breakfast just to get that added dosage of protein. And I'm aiming for about 1.6 grams to 2 grams of protein, not just from the powder, this is across my total protein, per kilogram of weight. So for me, that looks at about 120 grams to 150 grams of protein across a day. And if you're just eating without thinking about getting your protein, you're not going to be meeting these targets. It takes planning at each meal every few hours to make sure you're getting a dose of protein that adds up to your target. Now, your target could vary depending on your age, your body weight, and your goals. So during different phases, you might want to slightly adjust the protein amount you're having, but I always like to keep it, we need more as athletes than the average population. And so that 1.6 to 2 grams can be a good guide for people. So what's the craze about protein? Why is everyone, or so many people, taking protein? Well, its ability to promote growth and repair after strenuous exercise, and even on off days to recover from previous day's exercise, is so important. As footballers and as athletes, we're constantly breaking and causing our body to adapt, but to adapt, we need to repair from that exercise. And protein is a very good source to help us promote that. Then we come to my second supplement, creatine. Creatine has shown to improve high intensity bouts of exercise, reduce the amount of fatigue, so it resists that fatigue for a longer period of time, and it even improves mental function. So I take this, I just mix it with my protein, often with some milk in a bit of a smoothie, and it's unflavored, so it doesn't affect the flavor of your protein, and it's gonna have some really good benefits, particularly if you haven't had creatine before. I started taking creatine in last off season, and I was seeing gains within a couple of months easily. I saw gains in the gym, from the field as well. So as recommended on the packaging with creatine, I'm just taking a single scoop, which is 5 grams per day. I didn't do any loading period, I just let it build up gradually. And if you do 5 grams a day, it can do that over a kind of a few weeks period. And then, as I said, within 2 months, I was seeing the benefits. So what I really want to say is definitely pay attention to your nutrition, your meals throughout the day. But as athletes trying to reach that next level, we also want to consider, is there an edge that we can get over our competitors and to better ourselves to reach our maximum? And these two are heavily researched and I have found useful personally. So do your own research see a sports dietitian if you're able to get some personal advice, and look into what different supplements can offer you. I'm going to be making a video soon that provides the framework to how I decided these supplements, and you need to understand that framework to understand what's safe, what's been tested, what's been proven to be effective before you start just going and using supplements that you see on social media and that you've heard. You really need to understand why, and then you can try them and see if they're effective for you. So that'll be coming out, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.